All right, hello everybody, it's 444RR with the next video in the 365-day Magic Challenge. Got a really great little deck review today. It's the Vaudeville Deck by the Blue Crown and the U.S. Playing Card Company. A really great deck of cards. Let me go ahead and show you what these cards look like. I'll spread these out here. And that's the back design right here. Really cool. It's like a crystal ball, and there's like hands, summoning the spirits inside the crystal ball. This is supposed to be like a vaudeville deck, like something you see in the vaudeville era. This is the Joker. It's like a magician. He's got cards coming out of his jacket into his top hat. This is the Ace of Spades, kind of a really cool looking Ace of Spades. And each of the suits, the pips are drawn with like little swirls inside of them, which looks really cool. That's the Spades. This is the Diamonds. This is the Clubs. And this is the Hearts. So they look really, really cool. And the neat thing about this deck of cards is all of the court cards look like vaudeville era performers. So you've got, there's the Jack, there's the Queen, and there's the King. The King is supposed to be Thurston, a very famous magician from the vaudeville era. The reason I say it just sort of looks like Thurston. We have, for the aces, we have there's a guy holding a coin like a con artist man. We have a Queen of Diamonds. And the King of Diamonds is actually Harry Houdini, which is really cool. Got a little Houdini there. There's a King of Clubs, and it looks like somebody who would swallow swords or something. Whoops. And we have the Queen of Clubs and the Jack of Clubs as well. And then if we go a little farther down, we have the King of Hearts, which is like kind of like a seance guy or a genie or something like that. The Queen of Hearts. And then the Jack of Hearts, another kind of sword swallower dude. So this is a really great deck of cards. Now, I would, personally, I don't use this deck in performing. I just kind of keep it in my, with some of the other odd cards that I have. Like I've done the Stickman deck, and I've done the the Americana deck from some deck reviews. So I kind of keep those with this. This would actually really work if you're a vaudeville style performer. Chris Ballinger does a vaudeville show. So this deck would work if he does vaudeville close-up show or something like that. If you do any kind of vaudeville show, this deck would really work because it sort of looks like something you'd see in the vaudeville era. But if your vaudeville's not your style, which I know some people don't have vaudeville style, then I don't think the deck is really for performing with, in my opinion, because, they've kind of changed up the look of the cards, and the court cards look like famous magicians and people from the vaudeville era. So I wouldn't recommend using this in an actual performance setting if you're not a vaudeville performer. But if you are a vaudeville performer, go for this deck. And even if you like collecting decks, I still say go for this deck because it's a really odd-looking deck, but a really cool-looking one as well. And one other thing that's really cool, too, is you actually get a magic trick with this deck of cards. So the magic trick, let me see if I can do it here. It's going to be hard to see on camera, but you would have the spectator tell you stop whenever you want as you go down the side of the cards. Stop. Okay, right there. That's going to be your card. And take a look at it. And I won't look at it. And take a look. There's actually something inside the crystal ball. It's hard to see, but there's a Queen of Hearts in the crystal ball. So you can do a Queen of Hearts trick with one of your cards. They give you a Revelation card, which is kind of neat. So this is the Vaudeville deck, a really great deck of cards. Like I say, if you do a lot of card collecting, if you collect decks of cards, or if you don't, if you do any vaudeville performing close up, that might be a good deck of cards for you to get as well. So the Vaudeville deck, I give it 5 out of 5. I love this deck. It's a nice, cool looking deck, and it kind of looks kind of neat and odd. So it's by the Blue Crown, the Vaudeville deck. Hope you enjoyed.